After 60, many men begin to notice something subtle but persistent. Morning energy isn't what it used to be. Confidence feels a little quieter. The body responds more slowly than before. And what makes it frustrating is this: it's not always clear what's actually changing inside. Then, somewhere along the way, they hear, "There's one common food that can change everything." It sounds too simple. But what if the issue isn't age itself? What if the body is simply missing the right biological signals? Today, we're going to talk about eggs, not as a miracle cure, but as a biological catalyst, a starting point for rebuilding the right foundation. After 60, decline does not come from a single cause. It does not happen overnight, and it is not simply because of age. In reality, at least three major systems in the body begin changing at the same time. When these three systems weaken together, the body no longer responds the way it used to, even if the desire inside is still there. Many people call this simply getting older, but biology is more specific than that. It is a shift in circulation, in signaling, and in hormones quietly unfolding over many years. 1. The circulatory system erectile function depends on blood flow. This is a mechanical foundation. Over time, blood vessels become less flexible. The vessel walls do not expand as efficiently as before. At the same time, nitric oxide, the compound that helps blood vessels relax and widen, gradually decreases with age and lifestyle factors. When nitric oxide declines, circulation is no longer optimal. Blood flow is not pushed forward as strongly or smoothly as it once was. This means it is not simply a matter of desire. A man may still feel desire, but if blood flow is not strong enough, the body cannot respond proportionally. This is a flow issue, not a willpower issue. 2. The endocrine system. After 40, testosterone begins to decline gradually each year. By the time a man reaches 60, the cumulative reduction becomes more noticeable. Testosterone is not only about sexual function, it affects energy, muscle mass, mood, confidence. As testosterone decreases, a man may feel more fatigued. Muscle mass slowly diminishes. Motivation and enthusiasm are not as strong as before. Sometimes it feels like I'm not quite myself anymore. This is not just a physical change. It is an internal shift in drive, decisiveness, and readiness to act. 3. The nervous system signals from the brain to the body require a solid nutritional foundation, especially B vitamins, magnesium, cellular energy. When these factors are insufficient, the signal is still sent. The brain is still communicating, but the body's response becomes weaker or slower. Not because the body does not want to respond, but because the supporting foundation is no longer strong enough to maintain speed and intensity. These three systems, circulation, endocrine, and nervous, do not operate separately. They are interconnected. When one weakens, the others are affected. Poor circulation reduces hormonal efficiency. Hormonal decline affects vascular health. Low cellular energy weakens neural signaling. That is why a single quick fix rarely works. To truly improve after 60, the focus must be on rebuilding the entire foundation, not just treating one visible symptom. But there is something even more important to understand. After 60, the real issue is not how much more you add, but how much your body can still absorb and actually use. Eggs are not the only nutrient-dense food, but they do have a unique advantage: high nutrient density, easy digestion, and compatibility with a digestive system that has naturally slowed with age. Choline. Nutrition for the brain. Few people realize that eggs are one of the best natural sources of choline. Choline plays a role in supporting memory, maintaining nerve function, helping the liver metabolize fats. After 60, many people notice mild forgetfulness, reduced focus, or slower reactions. This is not necessarily disease. It may be the result of long-term micronutrient insufficiency. One egg in the morning will not boost your IQ, but it may help ensure the brain has the basic materials it needs to function steadily. Vitamin D, the often overlooked piece. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Yet vitamin D is closely connected to bone density, immune function, hormonal balance. Egg yolks contain a natural amount of vitamin D, not a large amount, not enough to replace sunlight or correct a severe deficiency, but it contributes to the bigger picture. Aging is rarely about lacking one major thing. It is often about lacking many small things over a long period of time. Lutein and zeaxanthin. For the eyes, macular degeneration and declining vision are common concerns after 60. Egg yolks contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants important for retinal health. They will not restore 3,0 year old vision, but they may help support the natural slowing of age-related decline. What matters most how you eat? A common mistake is going from "I don't eat eggs" to "I'll eat a lot because I heard they're good." After 60, the body does not need extremes. It needs rhythm and consistency. For most healthy individuals, 1-2 eggs per day combined with vegetables, fiber, and light movement is generally reasonable. Deep frying them every morning, no. Pairing them daily with processed sausages, also no. Boiled, steamed, or lightly pan-cooked with minimal oil are more stable choices. Understanding testosterone. Realistically, online content often promises, eat this to dramatically boost testosterone. Biology is simpler than that. After 60, gradual testosterone decline is natural. No single food can fully reverse that. What you can do is avoid nutrient deficiencies, maintain muscle mass, sleep adequately, manage inflammation and blood sugar. Eggs can support part of that picture. They are not the center of everything. A balanced view on heart health. For decades, eggs were blamed for high cholesterol. Today, many studies suggest that in healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol has less impact on blood cholesterol than once believed. More concerning factors include refined sugar, ultra-processed foods, physical inactivity, chronic inflammation. However, if you have a history of heart attack, difficult to control high cholesterol, ongoing statin therapy, then dietary decisions should be individualized. Not because eggs are bad, but because every body is different. Eggs are a brick, not the house. Imagine your body as a house that has stood for over 60 years. If the foundation lacks materials, you cannot fix the roof. Eggs provide high-quality protein, zinc, natural cholesterol, vitamins, and micronutrients. But to keep the house strong, you still need light resistance training, sensible sunlight exposure, deep sleep, a calmer, less stressed mind, a small change, long-term effect. One egg in. The morning will not make you younger in a week. But if you maintain that habit for 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, within a stable and intentional lifestyle, the body responds differently. After 60, you do not need to accelerate. You need consistency. And perhaps most importantly, your body is not betraying you. It is reflecting the environment you create for it every day. An egg is not a miracle, but it can be a quiet reminder each morning that you are still taking care of yourself. When the body receives the right signals, it does not explode with change. It adjusts. After 60, adjustment is more important than acceleration. One egg in the morning combined with a 20-30-minute brisk walk delivers amino acids to the muscles at the right time. The body understands we are still using these muscles, and when muscles are used, they have a reason to stay. When you add light resistance training, even simple wall push-ups lifting 2-3 kilograms dumbbells, or slow controlled sit-to-stand movements, the protein from an egg is no longer just nutrition. It becomes repair material. The body does not build simply because you eat. It builds when it receives the right stimulus. In that moment, the egg acts as a catalyst. It helps recovery happen more efficiently. 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night is where real regeneration occurs. Growth hormone is released during deep sleep. Testosterone balance improves when you are properly rested. If you sleep only 5 hours a night, no food can compensate for that. But when sleep improves, the egg provides the raw materials your body uses during recovery. Not magic, just basic biology. Reducing refined sugar is another powerful signal. Excess sugar increases background inflammation. Chronic inflammation reduces hormone sensitivity. When inflammation decreases, the body responds better to nutrition. At that point, eggs do not need to do more. They simply need to be present at the right time. What is interesting is this: after 60, the body does not require dramatic change. It needs small, consistent actions. A stable breakfast, a regular walk, deep sleep. When these elements come together, the results do not come from one single factor, but from synergy. You do not need to return to 30. You only need to optimize your 60s. Eggs will not make you younger, but they may help you maintain strength, preserve mental clarity, and feel that your body is still cooperating with you. And that is what truly matters. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss practical discussions, no exaggeration, no unrealistic promises, just small, sustainable changes for men over 60. And leave a comment with the number 1 if you believe health does not come from miracles but from consistent daily choices. I read every comment, and perhaps your story will inspire someone else to begin today. After 60, most men are not only changing biologically, they are also living within a different medical context. Many are taking cholesterol-lowering medication statins, using blood thinners, managing diabetes with medication or insulin, monitoring blood pressure daily. This means any dietary adjustment should not be separated from your current health situation. For example, if you are considering adding ginger alongside eggs, ginger may support circulation and has mild blood thinning properties. For a healthy individual, this may not be an issue. But if you are taking warfarin or similar anticoagulant medications, that combination could increase bleeding risk if not monitored properly. This is not meant to create fear. It is meant to encourage awareness. A simple question during a routine checkup, such as, "I'm adjusting my diet to improve my health. Are there any foods I should be cautious about with my current medications?" can help you avoid unnecessary risks. If you are managing diabetes, eggs are often helpful because they do not directly spike blood sugar. However, preparation still matters. Eating eggs with white bread, sugary drinks, or refined carbohydrates creates a very different blood glucose response compared to eating them with vegetables and fiber. For those on cholesterol medication, most healthy individuals can consume eggs in moderation, but regular lipid monitoring remains a wise step. The goal after 60 is not risky experimentation. It is not chasing superfood trends. It is about strengthening your foundation safely in a way that matches your body, slowly, with verification, with professional input when needed. Sustainable health does not come from impulsive decisions. It comes from understanding yourself clearly and making informed, consistent choices. After 60, the body does not need shock, it needs stability. Many people search for a secret formula, a miracle food, a simple trick to reverse everything. But biology is not magic, it is a process. Instead of looking for what is most powerful, look for what is most sustainable. One egg each morning, a consistent daily walk, deep sufficient sleep, a decision to reduce refined sugar. These actions may look small, but when repeated hundreds of times, they create change without noise or drama. Your body does not demand perfection. It asks for consistency. You do not need to train like you are 30. You do not need extreme dieting. You do not need to chase a new trend every month. Simply ask yourself each day, did I support my body today? If the answer is yes, even through one small action, you are moving in the right direction. Eggs can be part of that foundation, but the real strength comes from consistency, small adjustments, and enough patience for the body to respond. Because in the end, health is not built in a single day. It is built in the most ordinary days repeated over time. Conclusion: warm, clear, and action-oriented. After 60, your body is not betraying you. It is simply reflecting the environment you create for it each day. One egg in the morning is not a miracle. It does not reverse time. It does not transform everything overnight. But it can be a small signal, a reminder that you are still taking care of your foundation. And when those small signals are repeated daily, a protein-rich breakfast, a steady walk, deeper sleep, a decision to reduce refined sugar, the body often responds, not loudly, not dramatically, but enough for you to feel the difference in your energy, in your mental clarity, in the way you rise in the morning. Health after 60 is not built through sudden shocks. It is built through consistency, no extremes, no hidden secrets. Just making sure your body has the essential building blocks to function the way it was designed to. On this journey, what is sustainable will always be stronger than what is sensational. If you believe health does not come from miracles, but from consistent daily choices, subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together. And leave a comment with the number 1 below as a small commitment to yourself that I choose to build my foundation instead of chasing shortcuts. See you in the next video.